Last time on The Gate of Steiner. That was my first time seeing a dead body. Is this what it's like when I realize... Oh, Sai, Congra. Welcome back, Meisters. More Steins Gate. Today we delve into time travel paranoia. Chapter 1. Hey you, can you see us? Why won't you answer? I'm asking you a question. Yes, you on the other side of the monitor. Your silence only strengthens my hypothesis. I suppose that, from your perspective, it appears that we are the ones inside the monitor. But that's where you're wrong. For it is you who are inside. Your reality is nothing but lies and shadow. Naturally, that includes you too. I'm nothing but a simulation, what? True reality is on this side of the screen. Don't believe me, I don't believe you. You are those who can handle the truth. But no matter, I shall speak in simpler terms, easy enough for even you to understand. This is the Future Gadget Laboratory, located in the Akihabara district of Tokyo. We call it simply the lab. Our purpose is to shatter the system and plunge the world into chaos. Really? You shouldn't do bad things, Ocarine. Quiet. I'm a mad scientist, remember? From the station, head down Chudori until you reach Suhirocho Station. Then take a left onto Kuramebashi Dori in the alley before the traffic light. You'll find the rundown Oyama building. The lab is on the second floor. On the first floor is a store of ill repute called the Baron Tube Workshop. You can't miss it. It deals exclusively in CRT monitors of all things. Can you imagine? Even in the heart of Akihabara's electric town, the demand for CRTs is practically non-existent. But the proprietor of the Baron Tube Workshop, Tennoji, is also the owner of the building. That's how he can afford to maintain his ridiculous niche hobby shop, even as land value continues to rise. He may seem a rough sort, but he was no match for my charisma. Now the entire second floor is mine for next to nothing. I digress. The Future Gadget Laboratory is currently experiencing a severe shortage of manpower. We welcome dedicated scientists from all fields to apply. At present, our researchers are... Ocarine, you gotta say lab mems, not researchers. Our laboratory members are 3. I am the founder of the Future Gadget Lab Mem number 001, the insane mad scientist, Yoin Kiyoma. Ocarine is cuter though. Next we have our resident cosplayer and only female member, Lab Mem number 2, Shinya Mayuri. Utaru, call me Mayushi. I like making costumes more than wearing them. And last, we have a resident super hacker, Lab Mem number 003, the man with 3 keyboards and a trench coat, Hashita Itaru. Stop calling me that. It's super hacker, dude. I think I like the dude bro voice better. Here at the Future Gadget Laboratory, we devote ourselves to the art of invention. For details, see our lab's homepage at www.madscientist.com. Our top priority, of course, is to develop weapons for war with a dark dominion. But that research has spawned a number of offshoot inventions. In fact, that's all it spawned. Our arsenal of future gadgets is up to 8, but this is just the beginning. I have a total of 108 inventions to create. Like in that tennis manga. I get it. No, it's the number of earthly desires and mortals. You channel junkie. That channel? What is that, like Reddit or 4chan? I thought I told you not to interrupt me when I'm talking. Yeah, I wouldn't want to interrupt you talking to yourself, dude. I'm not talking to myself. Can't you see? I'm talking to the person behind the monitor. He just grinned. What are you grinning about, damn you? You don't even exist outside that monitor. Yelling at himself. Just say, don't look at me. I don't think that's gonna work. It appears our attempts to communicate have failed. It's sad to see someone so deeply in denial of reality. Did he just call us an NPC? Thanks, Ocarine. Maybe they work, or they think we're in the game. I doubt it's even occurred to them. Aren't your 2D girlfriends the same way? That's different. Those girls are my wives. Nobody cares about your fake harem. But Mayushi touched upon a very interesting theme, you know? What if we're actually just characters in a game? Anyway, can we know for sure? Oh man, what if it's all just a simulation? No. Come on, dude. Such questions are meaningless. Our time is better spent thinking of ways to destroy the system. Nice chunyabu, bro. Do you have other delusions too? I step back from the monitor. Displayed on screen is the ugly cute character Alpaca Man. Oh, that's how we bring up the phone. I'm not quite sure which button that is with the controller here. Not start. Oh. There's the tips list we were informed of a long time ago. I remember this actually. It goes over details of different subjects. I might cover them in like a read-along. I'm not sure if you guys want to see these kind of read out and hear some things about them, I guess. It might be a good good side video. How do we do the cell phone with the controller? That's the question here. I'm not quite sure. That is the unfortunate part of this. That's nice that we can just turn character voices on and off as we please, though. I think that's quite nice. Uh-oh. Okay. Phone trigger. Zoom in. Oh, okay, cool. So I can zoom the phone in. Open mailbox. Inbox. We have nothing. You're a sad, sad man. With nothing. I guess they'll notify us when the phone rings if there's anything important. Displayed on the screen is the ugly cute character Alpaca Man. This is a game called Alpaca Man 2, where you speak to the Alpaca Man via microphone and watch him react. The game exploded in popularity when it was released 10 years ago, but personally, I find only the ugly part of the ugly cute to be true. I don't blame you, Ocarine. I bought it yesterday, 500 yen used, headset included. Quite a bargain if you ask me. A free headset for 500 yen. I turned to Daru with a menacing glare. Shut it, Haka! I'm no Chinyubu patient. God, I'm gonna use... That just makes me think of that anime. I sweep my hair back and flash a devilish grin just like in the anime. I am Yoin Kyoma! That's your character's name, right? Oh, Daru, yada yada. Your communication skills are beyond repair. I'll have you know, I got a ton of offline meets, or go to a ton of them, and I'm always the life of the party. Oh, well, I just skipped that by accident. There has to be a way to review the text as well. Might as well just figure that out now. Backlog, backlog, backlog. Let's see. Why? This fat, bespectacled guy is my brother-in-arms and right-hand man, Hashita Itaru, nicknamed Daru. He's a hardcore otaku. You can always find him in front of the computer playing games and watching anime. He has 2D wives on whom he cheats with 3D maids. I don't agree with his preference, but to him anything's fine as long as it's moe. Moe is love, moe is life after all. He's the reliable and skilled partner who brings my ideas to fruition. Despite his insistence that software is his forte, he shows remarkable aptitude with hardware as well. No, the needle bit my finger. Over here, nursing a pricked finger, we have Shina Mayuri, a 16-year-old high school student. If you can believe it, I've known her since we were both small. She's also an otaku, nowhere near Daru's level though. This ditzy girl is in charge of the lab's official costume division for women, and today she's working on costumes at her leisurely pace. Her usual pace, at least. Why does the future gadget laboratory need costumes for women anyways? It doesn't. The truth is that Mayuri is completely useless. Still, there's no way I could ever kick her out. After all, she was the first one to join the future gadget laboratory. I still remember the day Mayuri first came to the lab. It was spring. She said to me, "Mayushi is Okarin's hostage. I belong here." Oh my god. Well, that certainly was cryptic, but her offer was my salvation. For she was the first to join me on my magnificent quest. She saved me from a solitary life on the run from the organization. I will never forget her kindness. Mayuri doesn't have to be useful. Her being here is enough. So did Alpacamon say anything? Nope, nothing. The human-faced alpaca inside the monitor was completely unresponsive. So unresponsive you'd think the game was bugged. Whatever, I give up. Never again will I play this boring game. That opening's actually fantastic. I love seeing that. That sort of, you think they're breaking the third wall, then all of a sudden it's just Alpaca Man. Damn antisocial alpaca! I curse his name and smack the TV. As soon as I do, the TV makes a sound like it's shorted, and then the screen goes blank. Thankfully, we have a man that works on CRT TVs below us. I changed the channel. Nothing. Check the power cable. Nothing. Honestly, I had CRTs when I was a kid, and I had one that was like, I had for like 10 years before I got like an LCD TV. I remember smacking the thing, hitting it, and just nothing could break it, so it's ironic to see one just break down so easy. Whack it again. Nothing. I guess it's broken, damn. This crummy TV is on lease from the Braun Tube workshop downstairs. It's probably just old. You made Mr. Alpaca angry. Damn! I'll have to get it repaired later. Maybe we apologize to Mr. Alpaca together. It'll fix itself. I doubt that's the case though. I turn off the TV and lie down on the couch. I'm fed up with the humidity of Japanese summers. I stare at conspicuous stains on the ceiling while fanning myself. I close my eyes, and what naturally comes to mind is that impossible scene I saw an hour ago. They're gone. It's kind of this whole story reminds me a lot of something from like Paranoia Agent or Chaos Head, which is kind of cool. Now I think about it, I think they're actually responsible. The people who made this game also worked on those. Huh. They're gone! As I left Radicon, everyone vanished before my eyes. I can't explain it. And it wasn't just the people on the street either. The people in the stores, gone. And the restaurants, gone. Even the cars vanished, drivers and all. It all happened in the blink of an eye. Suddenly, an empty city spread before me. I could still hear the music from the stores, but those catchy melodies were the only sounds of life remaining. Heat was rising from the asphalt in waves, but I felt only a cold chill down my spine. I just stood there, breathless until... What's wrong? Mayuri's voice brought me back to reality. Mayuri hadn't disappeared. He was right there, looking at me with questioning eyes. Everyone disappeared just now, right? You saw it too, right? Just now, before our very eyes. Panic took hold as the enormity of what just happened struck me. Unable to control myself, I grabbed Mayuri by her slender shoulders and shook her. Did you see it, Mayuri? You saw it, right? Mayuri's head flopped back and forth from my shaking. I didn't see it. You didn't? I stopped shaking her and looked straight into her eyes. She returned my gaze with eyes clear as glass marbles. You saw nothing. Nothing at all? There were people here a second ago. Weren't there? There were. Even the store employees are gone. That's impossible by any measure. Of course they are. Her reply didn't make any sense. It was like this when we got here. Oh, I know. You're seeing things, aren't you? I'm sure it's because of the heat. Toot-a-roo. I feel like that's gonna get really old real fast. Toot-a-roo! Toot-a-roo! How could she laugh at a time like this? I always thought she was a bit strange, but maybe her brain is actually broken. I realized that she couldn't help me. With nowhere else to turn, I looked up at the bright blue sky. There wasn't a cloud in sight. The scorching summer sun shone bright through the gaps between Akiba's buildings. Naturally, my eyes drifted to the top floor of Radikon, where I had just been a moment before. There it was, an enormous machine like some kind of satellite, embedded in the roof of the building where, not 5 minutes before, I had found Makase Kurisu's body in a pool of blood. What happened to her? Just before everyone disappeared, I could have sworn I heard an ambulance siren. Makase Kurisu might still be in that dark, narrow passageway, cold, bloody, and alone. The thought disturbed me, but the question at the forefront of my mind was, what the hell is that satellite doing there? True, we did see it just on the roof. Not probably a half hour before this event. Right before Nakabachi's presentation, the building shook like a bomb had exploded. The roof door lock had been broken, and beyond it someone had placed a satellite-like machine shrouded in smoke and glowing dust. When I first saw it, the satellite was on the rooftop. But that's not what I'm seeing now. The satellite had penetrated the top floor of the building, obliterating the room where Dr. Nakabachi's press conference had been held. It must have fallen out of orbit without burning up in the atmosphere somehow. That's strange. The course of events is very strange, actually, especially before this. A satellite magically being on the roof, a lock broken. But there's a few more things, I guess. I'll just keep to myself for now. I knew it was crazy, but what other explanation could there be? The real question was, when did that happen? Mayuri, about that satellite. Yep, what a surprise, huh? What do you mean, what a surprise? It made a huge kaplooey sound. A huge kaplow. It certainly did make a sound. But I don't think it was kaplow. I'd say it was more like a zzz. That satellite fall out of the sky? Did it? Do you think any aliens were on boards? What? I lost my mind. What I had seen didn't match at all with what Mayuri was saying. Suddenly, nothing seemed real. Had I dreamt it all? Hey, you two! Just then, a uniformed police officer ran up to us, his expression stern. What do you think you're doing here? This area is off limits. You have to leave. We're sorry. First, my good man, let's call you Officer A. I have one question. Officer A? Thousands of people just vanished. You saw two, didn't you? What are you talking about? Get out of here before I arrest you. I was quickly losing confidence in my own memories. I decided to tell him about Makase Kurisu and get him to call an ambulance, but before I could... Look, I don't have time for your nonsense. The policeman took me by the upper arm and said, No one got stabbed at Radican. What? How could he say that with such certainty? While I was still trying to comprehend the situation, the policeman forcefully led us away. Interesting. We were escorted up to the UPX and released. So the course of events that we have so far is 2 events not matching up to what happened with our initial experience. A satellite somehow magically landing on a roof. A lock being broken. It's as if somebody exited it and broke into the building. Somehow, Makase Kurisu getting stabbed. Who's the culprit? It's not quite sure. It could be Nakabachi, it could be this mystery individual that broke the lock. As I don't see why anybody else would break the lock, and where else they would come from on a roof like that. So there's a bunch of interesting mysteries and kind of bits of information matching up here. And then sending a text message and then that happening? I'm really interested now. Okay. Actually, there were far more people than usual. The place was packed. Just as Officer A had said, Chudori had been blockaded by police, so nobody could enter. There was nothing we could do, so we headed back to the lab. That brings us up to the present. I'm baffled. Did the whole hour since the beginning of Nakabachi's presentation really happen? I check online for any news. Could it just be a dream? The net is buzzing about the mysterious machine that crashed into Radican. All of the major stations in Tokyo, even Toho TV, are running special bulletins about it. Fortunately, it doesn't look like anybody was hurt, but Chudori is still closed off. Akihabara's station is jammed with reporters and curious onlookers. Nobody has mentioned anything about the disappearance of thousands of people from Akiba Street, nor about Makase Kurisu's murder. It's all a mystery. Mystery. I see. So that's it. From the sofa, I spring to my feet, a wide grin on my face. Daru and Mayuri turn and stare. This is all an elaborate cover-up by the organization. Their influence has corrupted local law enforcement, which means our entire government may already be under their control. My God! What? They underestimated me, for I am not so easily played. One day I will expose their deeds and put an end to their reign. Having come to a satisfactory conclusion, I take a celebratory bottle of Dr. P, PM, my favorite soda, from the fridge. Gosh, I love Dr. Pepper, actually! The lab has no air conditioning. Ice cold drinks are essential. Elixir. Intellectualis. Intellectualis? Somebody just... Elixir and... Intellectualis. What a word to use. A drink fit for a genius. Oh, did I do something? Oh, I pressed something. Oh no! Auto's on. How do I take auto off? Ah! Did I miss anything? No, I didn't. Cola's better. Ocarine really loves his Dr. P. I pity the man who knows not the greatness of his beverage. As do I. Ocarine, we can agree on one thing. Oh my God. I didn't realize that was a curtain. Step through the curtain dividing its center, and you'll enter the heart of the Future Gadget Laboratory, the development room. Just as the name implies, this is the room where we develop future gadgets. Needless to say, it is strictly off limits to outsiders. Yes, I know the setup is cheap. I would much rather have an airlock than a curtain, but our research budget is already scraping the bottom of the barrel, so... Besides, what's important isn't money, it's ambition. I poked Daru and bid him follow me into the development room. All the windows here are weather stripped with packing tape, so it's dim. And hot, almost like a sauna. I've been wanting to buy an air conditioner for the lab, but there's no money for that. We're currently accepting donations. Send them over to go on over to www.madscientist.com and select the donation page now to donate to our PayPal. 1 cup of coffee a day can help us fund our research. Upon entering the development room, I pick up the lab coat that's lazily draped on the chair and put it on. I always wear a lab coat in the development room, for practical reasons as well as symbolic ones. Daru, however, refuses to wear his. Putting it on and taking it off apparently is too much trouble for him. He can't be bothered to do anything that doesn't interest him. It's men like him who give our generation a bad name. Oof! His lab coat, purchased from my own pocket money, I might add, just sits on the shelf. It's never actually been worn and probably never will be. Daru, is the plan progressing smoothly? Oh, what plan, dude? Daru gives me a blank look. I sigh and turn his attention to the table in the middle of the room. This one, Daru. Sitting majestically on top of the table is a commercial-grade microwave oven. It's significantly larger than newer home models. Gotta watch the phone, because apparently we get text messages I remember someone saying a while back. The plan as in the plan. Obviously I'm talking about perfecting gadget number 8, Daru. Oh, that. How am I supposed to know what you meant? We've known each other for... Oh, what? That was the wrong voice. How am I supposed to know what you meant, dude? We've known each other for, what, 3 years now? We went to high school together, and now we're going to the same university. We share an inseparable bond, like prison cellmates. He's only been a lab member for 2 months, though. We were in different classes junior year, and actually we didn't talk at all, so 2 years? Details! The point is we've known each other for a long time. I expect you to keep up with me here. Nope. Awkward silence. Man, all I wanted to do was have one of those cool cryptic conversations where we talk about plans and preparations and other important sounding stuff. No one knows what it means except us. Shot down again. So are we any closer to figuring out what is wrong with gadget number 8, Daru? Not yet. So far, the Future Gadget Laboratory has completed a total of 8 inventions. As I explained to Alpaca Man, the lab's primary goal is to develop weapons for the war against the Dark Dominion, led by the organization that rules the world from the shadows. At present, we haven't completed any inventions of that sort. On the contrary, we haven't even figured out what we should make. But along the way, we have managed to create some ingenious future-ish gadgets as a byproduct of our research. Byproduct? Apparently. That's how we say byproduct now. It's a fundamental truth of science that great inventions are often created by accident. In other words, serendipity. Allow me to introduce our glorious future gadgets. I actually think that's really cool that they have like kind of a definition for a lot of people that aren't familiar with the words. Serendipity, the ability to discover something valuable when looking for something else. The microwave oven was born through serendipity. And they give like a little example of it used in a sentence too, that's kind of cool. Gadget number 1, the bit particle gun. Bit particle gun. A toy ray gun with a TV remote jammed inside. You can change channels by pointing at the TV and pulling the trigger. Wherever the only supported button is channel plus. That's so useless. No other buttons like volume are usable. To turn off the TV, you must manually flip the switch on the TV. Its name is a reference to the classic Japanese robot anime Mobile Jacket Gundam. I think they mean Gundam. If we're not careful, the organization will invoke copyright laws upon us. Gadget number 2, the bamboo heli cam. Are they just gonna list them all off? A CCT camera mounted to a bamboo toy helicopter. The camera is attached to the helicopter's fulcrum, allowing it to record aerial footage unpowered. Or if the image is rotating at high speed, so you might get dizzy if you keep looking at it. Name originates from this sci-fi manga, 22 Amon. So silly. Could this be Aura Aura? And JoJo's reference? JoJo's reference. I like JoJo's reference. What is that one? Gadget number 3. Isn't it popping up? Oh, I guess I skipped past it. I can find it in a moment here. Future gadget number 4, an instant super humidifier, uses electric heating coils to quickly boil a large volume of water. It generates enough steam to fill a room of 12 square meters. Though it can only be operated contiguously for a few seconds, it looks like a Claymore landmine, which appeals to military otaku. Its name is a reference to the stealth action game Metal MOA Solid Rising. Metal Gear Solid Rising? Dude, these references are great. 0 to 9. Let's see if I can find Future Gadget. Maybe an F. Or are they gonna put it under the name? Could this be Aura Aura? There it is. Lie detector based on thumb perspiration, though it might be more appropriate to call it a sweat detector. You have to admit it's a pretty clever invention. Its name is a reference to the classic manga, Juju's Bizarre Adventure. Oh my god. Gadget number 5, once again, I've made a worthless object by Goemon. Goemon. Created by combining a dryer and a vacuum, the dryer is operated using the exhaust of the vacuum. Its name is a reference to the popular anime Lupin's the Lupin's the Third. Good old Lupin the Third. Actually fantastic if you haven't seen it. Future gadget number 6, a red chemical glow stick with a handle attached, allowing one to grip it like a sword, made possible just with Future Gadget not just with Future Gadget laboratory hardware, but also with chemical knowledge, inspired by Spark Wars, a series of epic sci-fi movies. These are so stupid, it's great. The ghost in the ball. Future gadget created by arranging 12 6-inch CRT monitors in a sphere. Small CMOS cameras are installed in the gaps between the monitors, each connected to the monitor on the opposite side of the sphere. This attempt at practical optical camouflage is the greatest masterpiece among the completed Future gadgets, but its sheer size makes it difficult to store. Its name is derived from the sci-fi manga Ghost in the Husk, which has an anime adaptation. Ghost in the fucking Husk. They can all be seen on the website Daru made. So feast your eyes upon the product of a mad scientist's genius. Anyways, our current problem with Future Gadget number 8, the phone wave, name subject to change. Wait a second. Phone wave is a pretty weak name, so I've added name subject to change to the end until we come up with something better. For the record, it was Mayuri's idea, not mine. When a Future Gadget is completed, the three of us discuss what to name it. I prefer names based on mythology. Our names or names with hidden meanings that need extra explanation to understand. Daru thinks my naming style's too ridiculous. He just doesn't have a passion for words like I do. Mayuri can't be bothered to remember difficult names. He says they don't fit in her head. And so our opinions on gadget names are always split. But I digress. The phone wave, name subject to change, is in short a remote-controlled microwave. You put food into the microwave before you leave, then on your way back, call the attached cell phone to start the heating process. Voila! Hot food ready for your arrival. That's kind of cool. It's like some sort of Alexa smart home thing that they set up. Or just really any smart home gadget, I guess. There's a lot of smart home AIs out there. So it's basically a piece of junk. A few days ago, however, we discovered that the phone wave, name subject to change, has a second unintended capability. Our brave or possibly just ditzy Mayuri had made our daily routine to heat some frozen fried chicken by remote control. Long story short, she was defrosting her beloved juicy chicken number 1, as usual, when the unexpected happened. The chicken came out more frozen than when she'd put it back in. The microwaver froze the chicken. That's pretty suspect. Since then, Daru and I have been searching for the cause. You don't think... No, I'll be quiet about it for now. Some of you might be watching this blind with me, experiencing it for the first time. We tried copying what Mayushi did, but we just can't reproduce the freezing phenomenon. And when we tried to freeze a banana, it turned out really weird. I just don't get it. Daru, now looking completely fed up with the heat, starts fanning himself with his shirt. I know what he means by really weird. Let's see if we can't make it happen again. Mayuri, bring forth the bananas! Are you gonna turn them into gel nanas again? Gel bananas? That's been bugging me, Mayushi. That's been bugging me, Mayushi. Can you stop calling them gel bananas? Gel bananas. Gel bananas. Or gel bananas. Why? That's a stupid name. I take the bananas from Mayuri and stick the whole bunch into the phone wave name subject to change. Why? Just stick one in. Don't ruin them all. Why do you have to use the whole bunch? It's a waste of food. Your stinginess could cost us the battle of the organization. That's fine with me. Mayushi always buys the bananas, and now Mayushi can't eat a single one. Next time, we'll only do one banana. But I already put the whole bunch in, so I ignore her hungry complaints. If I were her, I would just open it and take them out, but hey. The phone wave is simple to use. It's a microwave with a phone taped on. The number is already in my address book. I just need to call the phone wave. Now, where did I put my phone? I check my pants and coat pockets. Now, where did I put my phone? Check my pants and coat pockets again. Now, where did I put my phone? Let's press the phone triggers button and call the cell phone and make a call to the phone wave name subject to change. It allows to confirm the controller settings from config. Okay. Oh, it wanted me to pull. I was like, durr, it wants me to do something. That is our phone. We're not calling it, we're texting it, I guess. I'm connected. Hello, this is Phone Wave. This is the voice of Mayushi's guidance. The system Daru programmed to operate the phone wave. That's pretty cool, actually. Do you hear Mayushi's voice? Be quiet, I'm trying to listen. You can operate the timer from this menu. After pushing the hashtag button, or number pound I guess, people call it number of things, please enter the heating time in seconds. For example, press pound 60 for 1 minute. For 2 minutes, press pound 120. And during the command properly will cause the phone wave to function like a normal microwave. Instead, we're going to deliberately mess up and enter 120 number sign. Okay, 120 number sign. Wait, enter. I'm gonna have to pull up the config here to check. Give me a sec, guys. Oh, no! Could you imagine? Oh my gosh. Enter message. Okay. I'm not sure exactly what to do here. Task today! Crap, I messed up. Let's start over. I'm purposely messing up. Alright, let's see what happens if we keep messing up. We're doing this because apparently there's some sort of achievement for fucking this up a bunch of times. Oops, part of my language, you didn't hear that. Home level, or home run level clumsiness. There's the achievement. That should do it. This method was originally a simple mistake on my Yuri's part, but it somehow starts the freezing process. The phone wave, named subject to change, comes to life. The turntable begins to rotate. Nice turntable, right? It's even spinning backwards. Backwards? Never noticed that. That might have serious implications. If we look at the quantum's critical behavior driven by Hund's rule. Rule governing the placement of atom electrons in the orbital of the same. Orbitals of the same energy are each filled with one electron of the same spin before any are filled with a second, also known as Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. Okay. Yeah, no. Not Hund's rule. No. Okay. Just an exchange. So priceless. The three of us wait and stare at the spinning bananas. After 120 seconds pass, the microwave chimes. Mayuri takes the bananas out. Get bananas. Ready. The bananas have become not bananas, gelatinous blobs coated with a thin membrane. After Mayuri discovered the phone wave had a freezing function, we attempted to freeze a bunch of bananas. This is what happened. It just gets more confusing each time. Daru, you wouldn't mind eating one of these, would you? Of course you wouldn't. It's for science. Your sacrifice will forever be remembered. Oh my gosh. So, the interesting thing here is... I don't want to say it because it might be a spoiler. Just in case I'm correct. But okay, you know what? I'm going to do it anyways. Some of you guys got a little annoyed when I didn't explain my thinking with 999. So... I've had this little thing nabbing at me ever since they mentioned the phone wave. What if what message he sent didn't go to Daru, it somehow went to somebody else in a panic? And in this case, maybe the phone wave. That's what I'm thinking at least, but I guess we'll have to wait to confirm that. They look really nasty, dude. The taste doesn't matter. What matters is that you eat it, so come on, Daru. No need to be shy, break a leg or a stomach and go for it. No way, dude. I'd rather not have diarrhea. Fine, Mayuri. The honor shall be yours. Yellow bananas are gloopy, droopy, soft, and squishy. Whoa, that description. Wait, she already tried one? It had no flavor and it wasn't tasty at all. I'm surprised she ate it! Gloopy, droopy, soft, and squishy? Daru, what do you think? Soft and squishy bananas, huh? Soft and squishy banana. Mayushi, say your bananas are... Mayushi, say your bananas are all soft and squishy for me. Daru-kun, your nose is bleeding. Please just say it. Your bananas all soft and... Don't make her say that, you perv! The noise. Daru retreats after I hit him with a tissue box. Mayuri looks at us with an innocent smile. She doesn't get it, obviously. Anyway. They're gelatinous, a semi-solid state of matter. In other words, there is a possibility that the intermolecular bonds were weakened. It could have partly liquefied the bananas. I forgot it! I turn to the whiteboard and write freezing in the middle. Then I cross it out and slap the board with my hand. You can fit so much gelatinous on this board. I mean, what? What we thought was a freezing function is actually something else. A bold statement, if I do say so myself. So why isn't anyone surprised? Now is the time to shout. Oh, what did you say? Come on, don't be shy. Their reactions are pathetically weak. Mayuri probably didn't even understand half of what I said. Oh, we already knew that. Oh. The problem is we don't know what it is doing, or why it's doing it. If it's the opposite of freezing, then couldn't it be thawing them? What a silly question by Yuri. What you're describing is just a normal microwave. Anyways, this is interesting though, because the tenders came out more frozen. The bananas turned into a green substance. That reminds me kind of, what was it, chlorophyll? I think that was the pigment that makes plants green. But would chlorophyll be gelatinous? I don't know. And what is it? I got my phone up still. We don't know, and that's the problem. Sorry, I got a phone call, everybody. Let me reiterate that. Okay, where were we? Then what is it? We don't know, and that's the problem. He's right. To be honest, I haven't a clue. Anyways, we'll keep the chlorophyll and the thought of the chicken getting more frozen on our minds for later. In any case, there's nothing we can do now about it. It's time for Daru and I to head to Daibiru. There's going to be a seminar at ATF, and we have to be there. It's part of our studies at Tokyo Denkai University. Some are credits, basically. We have to attend the seminar and write a report. Who is messaging me? Let's see who is messaging me. I got a mail. You know, I'm really upset about dropping my UPA. Worse than last year, when I missed buying Fatty Garo Frog. Oh my god. Gekuda? Is that who it is? Gekuda. Gekuda. This is kind of cool. Reply to UPA. UPA. Wait, that's how you reply? You select those? I feel your pain. That thing was worth a fortune. A precious research funds. Oh. That's cool that you can send that stuff and just have fun with it. I like that a lot, actually. That's a cool function. Summer credits, basically. We have to attend the seminar and write a report. Come to think of it, what's today's seminar about again? I looked it up before the summer holiday began. I should have written it down. By the way, that got us an achievement as well. So that's kind of cool. We got a little achievement by it. I looked it up before the summer holiday began. I should have written it down. Behind me is the large unidentified object that crashed into a building near Akihabara Station. The building is under police barricade. No one is allowed to approach, but from a distance, the object appears to be some kind of satellite. As we cross the overpass that connects UPX and Daibiru, I look down to see a huge crowd of people moving through the plaza. There are even some garishly dressed young men and women, the sort you don't usually see around Akiba. Everyone is walking towards the main street, which is still cordoned off. Daru, aren't you going to check out Raticon? No point. Can't get close. I've been following the news online though. There's already 100 threads about it on our channel. It's huge, man. Oh, so that's why he was staring at his phone earlier. He was looking and browsing 4chan, I guess. We enter Daibiru and take the elevator to the 5th floor ATF assembly hall. Man. Oh. Man, feel that AC. I'm alive. Oh. Unlike the lab, Daibiru has air conditioning. Yet another reason for our diligent participation in the seminar. About the phone wave, I might have found our answer. You know that thing is really annoying. I won't give in that easily. Even if no other lab members use name subject to change, I will carry on until the day we decide its true name. Now's not the time. So what's your latest ridiculous theory, huh? What do you mean ridiculous? My genius brain considers every possibility, even those a lesser mind would say break the laws of nature. Laws of nature! Don't you dare call that ridiculous! Sorry, I had to. So basically, you're just pulling stuff out of your ass. You can't call that science. Daru, I have a hunch that phone wave Maybe the key to opening Steins Gate. How's that? Steins what? You lost me back at ridiculous, man. A chime signals our arrival on the 5th floor and the end of this episode. Friends and Meisters, thank you for hanging out as always. It's much appreciated. There was a lot of interesting things we discovered this episode. Cool things we've done as well. Do tune in for the next episode. I'm going to try to pound these out more regularly, but I will be recording probably a lot of Persona 4 Golden for those of you who are interested. And again, guys, as always, if you enjoyed, leave a like, leave a comment on what you thought or your thought process even if you want. Especially for those who are watching this blind with me, I do recommend it. Regardless, I always love seeing comments and replying. And if you haven't, guys, go ahead and hit that subscription button. And don't forget, if you select the bell beside the subscription channel, unless it's moved again, and I just didn't realize it, go ahead and turn on notifications too to get notified when a video goes live. Anyways, peace out, Meisters. You all have a fantastic day, and we'll see you next time on Steins Gate. This is Rune signing off. El Sai Congro.